I moved to the West End in 1990 because I just one block off of Stony Plain Road. Actually, I lived close to Britannia School there. I know it was a pretty quiet neighborhood when I moved there. Yeah, it was. Yeah, still is.
Still at this point, you're working back and forth.
Yeah, and sometimes I see out in on the lakes at like Sundance and.
What is Sundance?
At power plant.
And where is it?
West of here. West of the city here. And then you had, well, it's no more, but then you had Wabamom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that had a power plant in Wabamom.
So this is your community. This is the black community you're describing. Did you know like Johnny Bright or any of the noted names or any of the black Americans who, African Canadians who moved here from Amber Valley or elsewhere?
No, there are all these people who I really came in contact with was the Mays.
Okay.
But it was the only few people that I came in contact with.
Good relationship?
I knew the girls.
Okay.
Yeah. Because a friend of mine was married to one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they were active in this community. Any other immigrants you know them?
In my area, no. See, the problem is most time I out and in and out, you know, never really had time to you know, to associate. And then when I'm in the city involved, because I involved with mostly with the Caribbean community, all the activities were mostly always.
We've heard a lot of stories about how hard it was to get from Jasper Place anywhere else by transportation. Was that something you encountered when you were living here?
Yes and no. In the sense that my friend who lives he had a vehicle, and because we worked together, you know, we were able to. Transportation wasn't a problem for me, because if he's not busy, he would let me. Even though I didn't have I drove for a couple of years without a driver's license. Even though I didn't have a driver's. I know. I said he used to lend me his vehicle. Because you know.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. Okay. You know, so transportation wasn't, except for when the job was further past Mayfield in there. You know where Mayfield is there? That area over there. Then the bus then used to go past there. So anything after that, if you don't get a ride, you had to walk. Yeah.
And we'd heard a lot of stories that the buses, like if you had to rely on public transportation even to get downtown.
No, it wasn't 100%. No, it was a little bit tough. Yeah.
Especially in the early years.
Yeah, it wasn't as consistent as now. No.
So when you came to live here, was that house like a new development, or was it an old house, or what kind of street were you on? The house has been there for a while?
The house that I was in, it's been there. The house has been there for a while, yeah. The house has been there. Was that house? Well, most of the houses, where I'm, there's one of the few houses around it that's standing. Most of the houses, the people sold the houses and they built those duplex, or they built for those with 4-in-1 and that type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned being here before Edmonton, West Edmonton.
West Edmonton Mall, yeah. West Edmonton, when I came, West Edmonton Mall wasn't built yet.
So was the feel of the neighborhood different then, before the mall started up?
Yeah, it was pretty quiet. Yeah, it was quiet, yeah. Yeah,
so it got busier.
Yeah. After they built the mall, yeah, the area got, yeah. You had lots more traffic flowing through, yeah.
This part of the West End, has always had a reputation for being bad and dangerous. Well, that's how it's perceived out there in some ways. But that's not your experience. So talk a bit about.
Never had any problems. Never encountered any problems whatsoever. None. None.